Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sax and today we're diving into Darker and Darker. For those of you who don't know, Darker and Darker is essentially D&D meets Tarkov in an RPG dungeon crawl battle royale. It's a lot of meshing ideas that came out really well. Don't get your hopes too high though, as the game isn't going to be coming out until Q4 of next year. This is just one of what I hope to be many playtests as development continues. What we know so far is you can play as any of the 6 classic RPG classes: Wizard, Rogue, Barbarian, Fighter, Cleric, and Ranger, each with its own playstyle, abilities, and perks. The RPG aspect is heavily inspired by D&D. The Wizard has his iconic spells like Fireball, Magic Missile. The Barbarian has a Rage and Reckless attacks. The Fighter is Second Wind. The Rogue does bonus damage and backstabbing enemies.
Whoa,
mate. Calm down. I think they get the point. It's very inspired. You're right. Accented me. I just got really carried away. Anyway, you can party up to 3 players. I'm not sure why it's not 4 players, but 3 it is. And you'll spawn in this dungeon with a total of 16 others, or 16 of you guys in total. As you work your way through, you'll encounter other players and some undead creatures, and you can loot to your heart's content. The combat feels good, but the shields feel a little weird since it's kind of placement focused on like your angle, elevation, where you're standing, all that kind of weirdness. So sometimes you'll block all the damage, other times some, and sometimes none of it. As the area of the dungeon shrinks down, you'll see these blue and red stones, and you'll have to make a choice. The red one will take you to a pocket dimension where you'll rest for a few minutes before sending you deeper into the dungeon. The blue one will let you escape with all the goodies and treasure and weapons you found so far. That is the game loop. Party up, dungeon crawl, escape with goodies, and repeat. Now, some things I noticed while playing this playtest, there was a basic leveling system. Every 5 levels, you'd get a new perk slot up till level 15. The perks were based on your class and would do things like additional damage for your weapon type or new passive abilities. It was never explained to the player that it was there. I didn't even notice it until one of the guys I was playing with brought it up. It also looks like the traders will have quests for the player to do, similar to Tarkov at some point. Overall, for this being a playtest, this game boots up really fast and runs pretty well. I only experienced a loss in frames when I would first load into a dungeon. It'd be for a few seconds and then it would go back to normal. And it didn't happen all the time, it's just random. The game looks pretty good and sounds are really well done. They use darkness very well, so you can actually use stealth and ambush other players. So that way if you are playing by yourself and not a team, you can have a fair fight, or you can just hide in a dark corner and wait for them to go by. My biggest complaint for the game right now is the QTEs for freeing yourself from bear traps and picking some locks is way too fast. It was so fast I didn't even know what key I needed to press until I let the QTE pass and stared at the button. Aside from that, I can't wait to see this game come out and play the next playtest.